All right, take two. I recorded not. Luckily, it wasn't much. I recorded like 5 minutes of previous of this video previously before I was interrupted. But take two. No, I'm done. Before we get into it, what we're listening to is Utstadt with Vatr. Really awesome epic black metal. You know, in the vein of like Summoning, Khaled and Rear, that type of stuff. Off of Sean Blackgrass logo, Celestial Oak. If you can, I'd highly recommend picking up a copy. Not only because like you'll be helping out Sean and it's good stuff, but also, you know, it's like it's going pretty quick, and you know, you don't want to miss out on this. So it's like a triple whammy, you know, good music, helping out a dude, and they're going quick. So you know, get to it. So as the title would suggest, today is gonna be a little different of a video. I'm gonna be showing you guys my current cassette collection / collection update, if you wanna call it that. But you know, I have a few cassettes here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 cassettes here that you guys should all check out. It's like mainly noise type of stuff. Because I went on Discogs and I bought like I think 5 of these from the same person. So or same person. That person being a label. So you know, these are all gonna have like kind of similar. Most of them are gonna have like similar type of sounds, themes, or whatever. But I'll do my best to try and describe them. You know, make them sound appealing or whatever. So I decided to start off with the one that I didn't buy, along with everything else. Just kidding, I lied. I bought 4 together, and 2 separate. Well, I bought 3 together. The dude threw in 1, so that's it came 4, and then another package came 2. So yeah, first off, first thing we have here is gonna be The Sleeping Green by Lunar Womb. I would not have found out about this had it not been for one of Dave Main's End of the Year lists. I'm not sure if it was the 2016 or the 2015 one, but in any case, he had this on there, and this is my introduction to Dungeon Synth. Boy howdy, is it good shit. It's like summoning without the black metal. It's like it makes you feel like you're in a dungeon underneath a castle, just like, you know, enjoying your time there, you know. Man, it's so good though. I'm not gonna lie, I think my favorite track is probably the first track, The Sleeping. Right there, that first little 2-minute track. It's just fantastic. I also really love the imagery, like the dudes riding fish down the river, these two having a lovely time. All the information right there. And fun fact, this is also the dude from, I believe, Moon Sorrow. Is that right there? Henry Sorvali right there? If he's from Moon Sorrow. If not, I'm gonna feel like a complete jackass. But I mean, in any case, it's really good stuff. You know, atmospheric. It has like an ambient vibe, but it doesn't sound like totally ambient. It's really fucking good. Shoot, I might actually like give this a listen after I'm done recording this video. Probably will. But yeah, that was Lunar Womb with The Sleeping Green. So up next, now what originally drew me to this was that this was a side project of the dude who does Moloch. This is his like solo kind of noise, ambient type of project called Saturn Form Essence, and this is the album Event Horizon. And by the way, just before, let me just get out of the way real quick. The label that all these are on is called Poor Little Music. This is kind of like their little thing right there. Like a dilapidated little PLM. This is the 139th release. But it's a really sweet label if you want like music, concrete, noise stuff, ambient stuff. It's just if you want like interesting sounding things that might not be like for everybody. You know, it's like like kind of that might kind of be not like all too listenable, then this is definitely the label for you. It's probably a really shitty way of explaining it, but you know, if you like interesting sounding music, give this label a try. But yeah, it's a J card. I love Soundform Essence's logo. It looks super black metal, but you know, it sounds nothing like black metal at all, obviously. But you know, as the artwork and the name would suggest, it is heavily space themed and sounding type of ambient, you know, noisy stuff. It whenever I was listening to this, like I would close my eyes and I would like be able to feel like I was like in a space station orbiting Earth, just kind of like looking out at the cosmos, you know, receiving like alien transmissions, you know, that kind of cool shit. And you know, I've always been a person who's like really loves space, so like that's like the name and the artwork obviously like what drew me to it, but also the fact that like it's the dude from Moloch, because you know Moloch is a pretty fucking good ass band, and this is no exception, you know, because this stuff is killer. Yeah, man, give it a try. I would highly recommend it. Now the next two are from the same band. The band being Robe. This is Desolate Mosaic by Robe. It's Robe with the period. You can't tell. There's like no information on this or whatever. But yeah, Desolate Mosaic. Pretty interesting artwork. You know, nothing too crazy. But here's the J card. Just that like little design. The back is blank. Comes with like this little info card. Just detailing like the song titles, you know, what's on the side. The members of the band, you know, where you can find more information on Robe, which is MySpace apparently. Interesting. And I'm not sure if this is how many cassettes of this album are out there, or if mine is just this number, but either case, number 20. So that's pretty cool. This paper style is really cool. It's like shiny as heck. Really cool. But yeah, this is like some ambient, really droney type of stuff. But also it's like really noisy type of drony stuff, you know. It's really, in a way, unsettling, like just kind of listening to it. And I went through and I tried to listen to it, but I could not fucking figure out which was side A and which was side B. And good luck figuring it out on the internet, on the web, because this band Robe has like next to no information about them. I guess I'll give a peek at their MySpace and see if I can figure out anything on this, because you know it'd be great to know which side is which side. But you know, again, it's just really just interesting sounding stuff, you know, really haunting, really eerie, abstract sort of stuff. It's not bad at all. Then again from Robe, definitely my favorite of the two here. We have it goes this way. My bad. Here you go. When We're Dead and What We'll Remember by Robe. This is the one that was released by the label Poor Little Music. Definitely definitely my favorite of the two. It's definitely still a lot more similar to Desolate Mosaic, but it's just a lot more, I feel wider in scale. A lot more substance here, I feel. Really cool imagery. Poor Little Music type of thing right there. Really cool stuff. Yeah. And again, cassette is totally blank, but this time I was able to actually determine which side was which side, so I had to mark that off. It helped in part because this album in its entirety is actually on the Poor Little Music Bandcamp. Most of Poor Little Music stuff on the Poor Little Music Bandcamp is like on there, so you don't have to buy it. You can just check it out, see what you like, see what you don't like. I'd recommend that though, because like I may these cassettes, I may not love them all, but I definitely don't regret purchasing any of them. And this is limited as well. Out of 50, I have number 9 right there. So that's pretty cool. Oh shit! And the Soundform Essence one was limited as well too. This one is limited to 24 at number 19. So that's pretty cool too. But yeah, check it out. Really, really good stuff. And so now we're getting to the way noisy type of stuff. The music concrete, type of stuff. Here we have Jupiter by Rob Michaelchuk. I believe that's pronounced it. If not, forgive me. Now, I did a little bit of digging, and I believe this is the owner of the label, but I could be mistaken. I believe this is the owner of the label. But yeah, this is really, really noisy type of stuff, really music concrete-y type of stuff, which I did actually look up what music concrete meant before, whenever I was listening to all these. Apparently it's like, music concrete is you're taking pre-existing sounds, and you're sticking, like, you're kind of like arranging them and like mixing them around and stuff to make different compositions and stuff, which I think that's a pretty cool idea, It's sort of like field recording type of stuff, but with already pre-existing made sounds. So, I mean, or I guess field recording would be a type of music concrete, huh? The more you know. But yeah, here's a GA card. Really cool imagery. People like just chilling on I'm assuming that would be like Mars, since Jupiter's right there, and Saturn is mostly gaseous. But yeah, the song titles are in Japanese, as is all the information. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it's whatever. And the other side, just like Soundform Essence, is just space. Looks really, really, really pretty though. I love space. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but yeah. There's that. And here is the Cassettes. This is the A side. It is also limited. I have number 34 out of 38. And the B side. Lovely white cassette. Looks great. Goes really well with the artwork, I feel like. But yeah, this stuff is like super noisy. There's some ambience here and there, a little bit of drummy type of stuff, but it's mainly like noise stuff. Like, the best way I could describe this would be like, again, it's like the Saturn Essence thing, where it's like I feel like I'm in a space station above the Earth orbiting, but this is a lot more mechanical sounding. It's like there's like whirring and bangs and like loops and stuff. It's awesome. I think the main thing that I like about all these tapes is that like they really do a really good job of making me feel like I'm in another place, like experiencing something else, through sound, which I think that's a really, really cool concept. But yeah. Next up, we have this little number, Juice Machine with Behind This Abundance. Yeah, looks cool. And as you would guess, it is again numbered. Number 27 out of 30. Now, I would say out of all the cassettes here, this is probably the most standard type of noise cassette, It's just, standard noise, like bangs, clicks, boom, pows, stuff. Some like ambient sections to tether it all together. It's like passages of like kind of garbled like transmissions and like exchanges between people. It makes it sound really, really cool though. Just because it's like a standard type of noise, ASAP by the way, doesn't mean it's bad by any means. It's really, really cool. I really love this red cassette too. See, how well it goes together. Beautiful. But yeah, I'd really like to check out more of Juice Machine because I feel like this project has like a lot of potential to do some really cool stuff with their type of noise. Or maybe it's all garbage. Who knows? Only one way to find out. And finally, I would say out of all these cassettes here, this is probably the most interesting one. I would say it's my favorite. I would definitely say like either Sound from Essence or Lunar Room would be my favorite. Probably Lunar Room. But this is the most interesting. Because it tells a it gives a narrative. You'll see what I mean in a second. Jessup & Co. with illicit representation of the local self. Yeah. Cool stuff. But yeah, this is like the definition of music concrete and like field recording type stuff. Because this thing, like, it gives like the narrative. Okay, so like the narrative is like it's like this team of researchers is going and like observing like this natural phenomena or something like that, and they're trying, and they need help from like the locals of the area, hence like the illicit representation of the local self. So keeping that in mind, like if as you like listen along, you can really like piece together like a story of what's happening to these researchers and like with the locals and whatever. And the album, the song titles actually give a brief like analysis of what's going on as well. They're long as hell, by the way, too. These are the song titles. Yeah. So here, I'll just list them out for you real fast. First track, a documentation of the local transit system and the insidious usage of its public address system. Second song, Sloppy Nights, Drunken Mess, the onset of the mass personality divide of March the 7th, excuse me. So a mass personality divide, that's pretty cool. And the third track, the locals have left a note on our doorstep. They do not want us to document their mass delirium anymore. That's really cool, dude. Third track, this is on the B-side now. We were all ordered to urinate on command, or rather to the sound of the ascending aeroplanes. Interesting. Fifth track, can't count. Hungover and bipolar, a succinct representation of the locals on the eve of the annual day of the head counting. The last track, this whole process has been rendered futile by the apparent lack of moral guidance of the locals. Really cool stuff. Also, that image of the mountain in the background is really cool too. But yeah, like this entire it's something you have to like listen to for yourself to really like get a feel for. Cause like it's the type of thing where it's like me explaining it doesn't do it justice, you know. Like it just feels like a documentary, like as it was kind of claiming to be. It feels like a documentary, and it's like it just has that feeling, you know. Like I don't know how to explain it other than that, you know. It's really interesting, and this one is also numbered. Shocking. Out of 28, I have number 24 right there, and then the B side. But yeah, man, this stuff is awesome. Like it's not. I understand that it's not gonna be for everybody because there are some sections where it's like it sounds like literal just white noise, staticky BS. But I mean, if you're willing to give it a shot and give it a try, then I feel like you'll feel rewarded. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So got a shitload of records to listen to and make updates for, so that'll be pretty fun. You know, I'll get around to doing that eventually. But in the meantime, I do have my Instagram that I update a lot more regularly than my YouTube. So I'll link that in the description. You can follow that if you want. But yeah, in the meantime, you know, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to talk about anything, whatever. I'll nine times out of 10 I'm gonna respond. And subscribe if you haven't already. You know, that'd be pretty cool, So yeah, that'll be it for this video. So see you guys around. Peace.